There rarely ever comes a game where I feel like it is truly unique. We have a lot of similarities between games, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I enjoy a lot of this stuff. I know what I like, and I seek it out. I am a big fan of 2D action games. 2D sprites, pixel art, in my eyes, when done correct, are the supreme form of art when it comes to gameplay. I may just be a boomer, but when I see this kind of stuff that Mullet Madjack is pulling off nowadays, it makes me feel like when I was younger, I'm like, how do graphics get better? Back then, I thought 3D models were the epitome of graphical design. But Hammer 95 Studios here has given us eye candy to the maximum. Mullet Madjack really is a piece of art for modern times. I'm a boomer. I'm not really a boomer. I just say that because I feel like I'm just getting up there in age. But this really caters to my fantasies of the 80s and 90s. Back then, when PC games came in big boxes and jewel cases were filled with manuals. Now, I'm even lucky. I had to pay an extra fee on the collector's edition to get a manual. That is wild. That used to be bog standard for video games. But Mullet Madjack says, hey man, I'm going to show you what a good game is. I'm going to show you what a all thrills, no frill rides is going to be for you. And anyone out, this game has been, like, the whole world knows about it, right? It's been presented back to hell and back. Plenty of people know about it. I mean, Triple G Man, that's his old name was. G Man. Who's that other boomer shooter guy that I'm trying to think of? The one with all the sewer jokes. Doesn't matter. The whole town is talking about it, and it is well worth your attention. If your eyes have been set on this for a while for the May 15th release date, which is today when you're seeing this video, if not, it's May 15th, you are not mistaken on spending your cold, hard-earned money on this. It plays great, it sounds even better, and it looks amazing. Let's start off with the visuals. I mean, just look at it. Does it really need an explanation? These are 2D HD graphics that Hammer 95 has painstakingly put together. It goes for that vaporwave aesthetic of the 80s. Everything is fluid, everything sounds great, and plays well. When you shoot bullets, you feel like you're making somebody's day. The shotgun, when you fully load it up on level 3 and unleash a 4-pellet blast, you feel the earth tremble below you. That is no joke. That is not an exaggeration. The powered up railgun, when you're absolutely decimating everybody into giblets or giblets, I don't even know what to say. It's amazing. The gun control is beautiful, and it really is the visuals that take it up to that other level. From the small particle effects to just the sheen on everything. Some of the sprites here are like 3D models but turned into 2D. It's amazing. It really is. The snapping of the doors, running on the billboards, the lava effects, it's really good. The executions are fast and fluid. They don't stay their welcome, which is just even a better addition on top of the gameplay. The gameplay is fast and frantic, but you can kind of customize it a little bit with the difficulty settings. There is an accessibility setting, and it removes the timer and it just kind of gives you a health bar. The game is not meant to be played like this, but if you want to take the pressure off the timer, you can do that. So that's there for people who just don't want the timer, really go through levels on their own. Speaking of, levels are kind of random. This game has a certain rhythm with it. You have to know the song and dance with the mechanics, the level layouts, and the weapons. The level layouts aren't so much random, but they're different rooms and they'll just expand. Once you start getting to know the game better, you'll recognize rooms as soon as you go through the door. They'll have certain enemies, certain pathways, they'll have enemy or power-ups in certain locations, and from there you get to pick how you want to proceed through that room, and you'll just keep doing that each floor until you hit the boss level. And then the boss level is always going to be a set piece, and from then you'll move on to the next chapter. And in total there are 9 chapters. Some of them are real short, like they'll just be like intermission pieces. The final 2 chapters are just boss battles, really. So you get about 80 floors of just pure adrenaline, gun pumping action. And That is really what you want. At the beginning, if you do this on the hardcore difficulty, which is what the devs intended, it's going to take up your time. You're going to have to get to know the song and dance. On the earlier floors, you can probably muscle your way through, which is what I did, but as soon as you got to like the 30th floor, chapter 4, that's when things really amp up, and that's past the demo stage. And I think I just was able to muscle through because I played the demo so much. The music too is excellent. I love the synthwave SKs. I'm a huge fan of synthwave, retrowave music. I've been listening to it probably, well, lo-fi is a little different, but like just that synth drums, synth keyboard, I'm a sucker for that. And MULLET MADJACK makes excellent use of that. Especially when I'm just like running through and I'm in the flow. The music is keeping me going. I'm just hitting that dash button, just trying to get through. I'm trying to drink as much soda as I can. Because when you get a power up, the instant you hit an enemy, you're going to commit an execution style kill, and that is going to net you sweet time. Now that's going to vary depending on the difficulty you pick. Sometimes you'll get a full max, but on the harder levels that's going to diminish, and sometimes they probably won't even give you like just 1 second, so it's really hard to kind of pinpoint when you want to do the executions. Guns for the most part are okay. I shouldn't even say that. I'm trying to talk about this in a balancing sense. I really gravitated towards the revolver with infinite ammo because it rewards pinpoint precision, and you'll get more points if you do a headshot or a nut shot or kill them with explosives. So if you feel like you're really confident with your aiming, the revolver is the way to go. Also, the shotgun is also just outlandishly cool. The way you reload is sick, and when you hit the level 3 of the shotgun, you can essentially put 4 shells in that bad boy and decimate an entire room. And at that point, accept no substitute. There are plenty of other weapons and levels that I don't really want to get into because I feel like you should really experience this for yourself. There's nothing quite like it out there, I believe, on Steam. I know there's similar stuff, but the way this is presented, the whole package is very unique, and everybody knows it. The music is so good that I feel like they should release a vinyl on it, or at least sell it separately on Steam. Now, I did get a press review copy early, so thank you to Hammer95 for the review key. And honestly, if you want more of this, I have a full game walkthrough. I don't want to spoil too much, but I really feel like you should play it. At least if you want to go check out the video, check out the first 3 chapters, and from there you should be able to make an informed decision off of this review and that. Otherwise, I mean, this thing's a blast, man. I don't think I've had this much fun with an FPS game in a very long time. So, for those of us who are still listening to the end, I greatly appreciate you lending your ear, paying attention. Get MULLET MADJACK. There's really nothing else better to say about this. It's just good. It's great. Probably my top game of 2024.